Then in terms of benefits, in terms of campaigns, you can always create email marketing campaigns based on interactions or activities completed by prospects. So as I was saying earlier, if someone fills out a form, then they will get a thank you email automatically. Then you can also do stuff that, for example, if you have a form so that people can download a white paper, then as soon as they fill out the form, they will get an email and the email will contain the white paper. And you can automate stuff like that. Then Pardot also has, as I mentioned earlier, Pardot also has the ability of implementing forms on your website or your landing pages. And there are two types of forms on Pardot. You have the regular forms where you can embed a Pardot form on your website. And what will happen in this case is that every time someone fills out that form, then that information will be automatically sent into Pardot. But then there are some cases when you don't necessarily want to embed a Pardot form on the website because you already have a form on your website. And I've seen that some clients don't necessarily want to change their website forms just because they have different types of integrations with those forms. So in those cases, Pardot also has a feature called Pardot Form Handlers, which will allow you to automatically grab all the information from these regular HTML forms that you have on the website. And then as soon as someone fills out the form, that information will also be saved on Pardot. Then another thing that I like about Pardot is that because you can integrate your social media accounts with Pardot, then you can also track all the interactions and the effectiveness that your organic posts are having over revenue. So this is also really interesting just because you will be able to see which types of content are performing better, are driving more engagement, or which type of organic content is generating more opportunities overall. And then, as I was saying at the beginning again, one of the things that I also like about Pardot is that you have grading models and scoring models that will allow you to qualify and define which prospects are more likely to purchase or to become your clients. So basically, the way the grading model works is that you'll be assigning a grade to each of the prospects based on demographic characteristics. So you can define this model to take into account things like the job title, the location where they are, the age that they have, the years that they've been working at the company, and stuff like that. And then you can use the scoring model to take into account more quantitative measurements. So the scoring model is actually a numeric value that you will assign to each prospect based on the different types of activities that the prospect is doing. So for example, if a prospect is constantly opening your emails, then that means that they do have a higher level of interest. And because they are having a higher level of interest, then they will be able to have a higher score. Then if your prospects, for example, are visiting your careers page or your jobs page, then that probably means that they are looking for a job, not necessarily looking to buy your services or products. So in that case, you can also decrease the score for those prospects. So basically, just by having an accurate scoring model and grading model, then you will be able to have a better understanding of which prospects are more qualified or more likely to become your clients. And in that way, you can ask your sales team to prioritize those prospects that just have higher grades and scores. And then another benefit will be that you will be able to measure the ROI of your marketing activities. So that's definitely helpful just because you won't have to waste time coming up with reports in Excel, trying to link multiple platforms into one database and so on, just because you will have everything inside the same platform.